Hello, my name is Melody Bissell. I'm the president of Plan to Protect, one of the co-authors of Plan to Protect the manual. Today, I want to tackle the topic of criminal record checks and vulnerable sector checks. This is a popular topic at Plan to Protect. Some of you may be asking the question about our Plan to Protect Screening Canada platform. This is a service that we provide at Plan to Protect, providing excellent criminal record checks, enhanced criminal record checks on your volunteers and staff. The question is asked, are we able to do vulnerable sector checks on our platform? And unfortunately, the answer to that is no. But let me explain why. First off, no third-party providers of criminal record checks in Canada can do vulnerable sector checks. To complete a vulnerable sector check on a candidate, the candidate has to go to the police station, their local police jurisdiction or the RCMP, and request for a vulnerable sector check to be done. They will only do it on individuals that work directly with children and youth and vulnerable adults. Not someone in leadership positions, not someone that is even working overseas. The reason why is because that individual has been pardoned for a crime or could have been pardoned for a crime against the vulnerable sector. Thankfully, Canada no longer grants pardons for sexual crimes against children. We have not granted pardons for sexual crimes against children for almost 10 years. So our recommendation at Plan to Protect is if you are doing a first-time check on a candidate and they are over the age of 35, send them to their local police jurisdiction and do a vulnerable sector check. A vulnerable sector check is made up of 3 database searches. The first database search is a CPIC, or the Canadian Police Information Clearance Check. This is a database that's owned and operated by the RCMP. It is a huge database, including all the convictions that are currently on record. The second database search is owned and operated by the local police jurisdiction. Is this person known to the police? Is there an arrest warrant out on this individual? Is there a restraining order? Is this person known to the police in your area? The third database search is owned and operated by the parole board. This is a database to look to see if the person has been granted a pardon. This is a much smaller database, and it is not growing, thankfully, because we no longer grant pardons for sexual crimes against children. The names in this database are individuals that had a conviction on their record, applied for a pardon, and were granted a pardon, but only in relation to sexual crimes against a vulnerable sector. As I said, we no longer grant pardons. We haven't for almost 10 years. So there's actually no one in this database that is under the age of about 34, 35 years of age. So what is our recommendation at Plan to Protect? Well, if this is the first time that you've been screening an individual, they're a new volunteer within your organization, a new staff member, and they're over the age of 35, you will want to get a vulnerable sector check done on that individual. Send them to their local police jurisdiction, and they will be able to provide a vulnerable sector check. Now, I just want to mention that too often, unfortunately, it'll come back flagged. The reason why is that database that's owned by the parole board on sexual crimes against children is a search that is done based on someone's gender and their birth date. My husband has what we call a birthday buddy. When he does a vulnerable sector check, it comes up flagged, meaning that there's someone in that database, that parole board database on pardon convictions, that shares the same birth date and the same gender as my husband. So in that case, he has to go be fingerprinted. However, if you are doing renewals, and we recommend every 3 years to do a renewal on a criminal record check, or if the person is under the age of 35, I really encourage you to do an enhanced criminal record check on our Plan to Protect Screening Canada platform. It is so convenient. You don't have to send the person to the police station. It can be done online. You'll get the results back in a very timely way. I've seen them come back as quickly as 30 minutes. Often it's about 24 hours. It's very secure, and it is done on our Plan to Protect Screening Canada platform. And that database, that platform has been designed for organizations, probably very similar to yours. Volunteer-based organizations, churches, charities, not-for-profits, organizations that use volunteers and staff to work with the vulnerable sector. We get the importance of providing enhanced screening for your organization. To demonstrate your duty of care, you will want to do a criminal record check every 3 years. If you do it within 3 years, then there will never be a time that a pardon will be granted for other types of crimes. Remember, we don't do pardons any longer in Canada for crimes and convictions against the vulnerable sector like children and youth, sexual crimes. But perhaps there will be a DUI, a crime of integrity, theft, those type of crimes. If you do the renewal every 3 years, you will be aware if there's a conviction on record. Once you get the criminal record check back and you see that it's clear, then don't forget that should only be part of the screening process that you do. Don't forget to do training. And at Plan to Protect, we can help you with that solution too. The questions often asked, what does it cost to do an enhanced criminal record check on the Plan to Protect Screening Canada platform? At the time of recording, the price on that is $33 per person plus tax. However, if you're a member of Plan to Protect, we provide discounted pricing. Please reach out to us at info@plantoprotect.com if you're interested in using our Plan to Protect Screening Canada platform. You won't be sorry that you took this elevated precaution for criminal record checks. Take care. Bye for now.